Build Your Business in 52 Weeks. And we'll be, of course, going in depth as we go along in that more. But today we're going to be talking about building your business by building your massive network. So if we implement and get into action, we will definitely grow. It may not be the way you want, it may be the way you want, but you will grow. So there are 15 principles to build your business, and we've talked about developing your core values, developing your entrepreneurial mindset, developing your brand, positioning yourself as an educator and doing a weekly workshop, build a product snowball, develop a strategic marketing framework, create a content factory was last week, and today we're going to talk about building a massive network, and then we're going to talk about being a media mogul, getting into production mode, build a learning center, create an online community, raise and build an affiliate army, and put systems in place. And you will have the machine that you need to grow your business. But of course, you have to start. So we're going to look at the principles of building a massive network. Get out on the internet and get people to know you. So the growth in your business will come from partnerships and associations and in growing your email list, etc. So how can you grow your business with partnerships? How can you find partners and associated people and collaborators? Well, you could do a training for free for marketers and their audiences. People love that. They love free. And, don't make an offer or anything. Just have something that you want to share, like your expertise on how to build your business. And then you could do trainings with partners and build your audience from his or her audience. Obviously, you could have an affiliate relationship where you could, of course, do the training with partners, and both of you share the audience that signs up to have a look at that training. You could buy your way into a giveaway with other marketers. There's usually you have to pay a nominal fee, and then someone else does the giveaway, and they have the audience, and they have the other group of marketers. And of course, whatever you give away has to be appealing enough for their audience that they will also sign up and get it when they come into the giveaway. So you've got to think about what kind of audience you want and how you're going to get it. And you can do a virtual summit as a host and get your ideal partners to be in the summit. So you could invite and organize other people in your business similar to you who will do seminars on various topics within, say, 1 day or 5 days. And they will, of course, share your summit with their audience because, of course, they're speaking on it. And you could just be the host for that and organize everything. And it's a job requires maybe 6 months of time or 3 months, depending how organized you are. And but that's one way to build your audience. And you could go to events, either virtual or on-site conferences and conventions to meet other people, bring your business cards, or just have your elevator speech, as they say, available to summarize what your business is for anyone you meet so that they understand who you are and what you do, and they may be interested in collaborating. And you could develop your relationship with your affiliates who have similar products or services. So if you happen to have affiliates who are signing up to sell your product, then you could develop more of a relationship with them, find out what their products are, and have a relationship so that you can capture some of their audience and they can capture some of yours. You could interview influencers or potential clients on your media platform, whether it's video, audio, or television. This is one of the simplest ways to get connected to other people who may be influencers in your market or potential clients, is to get them to know you as an expert who loves to interview people. Interviewing is an opportunity for them to spread the word about their business to your audience, as well as you getting to know their audience as well by offering something on your program to them, and they can sign up to your list. So the question now has to be, who's hiding your people? Where does your tribe hang out? Where are the clients that you are interested in possibly getting, hanging out, and who do you need to know? This isn't voodoo science, and you should not spend a lot of time anguishing over this as to where they hang out. You need to have an idea of who resonates with the way you deliver value. You have to have an idea on your ideal customer or client. This is something that I speak of on a previous webinar, is that a customer is just a one-time buyer of your product or service. A client is someone who comes back again and again, who's on your subscription list, who is interested in what you have to sell, and is willing to buy more than once. So I like to actually use the word client, but it can be a bit confusing for some people. So we'll continue on with the ideal customer and ideal client. This could be your customers or prospects. These could be the people that you might want to affiliate with, or you might want to collaborate with, or you might want to interview. If you're doing your weekly workshop, you'll be getting an idea of who that is that comes to your weekly workshop, and hopefully they sign up for it on your list, and you have a conversation with them on your list, and you make a proposal on your list. Say you want someone to interview who knows such and such, or someone to interview who's used your product, or that kind of thing. You could connect with them rather than them just being on your list. If you aren't doing, you're going to have to guess to get started as to who your ideal customer is. Regardless, develop a basic avatar and then go in earnest and look for your audience. So here's another concept for you, the Dream 100, the way to grow your business. In his book, Ultimate Sales Machine, Chet Holmes suggested that the way to enter your market and sub-niche is to find out who are the 100 most influential individuals. The concept was recently popularized by Russell Brunson of ClickFunnels. These are going to be the individuals that you know that you need to connect with in some meaningful way if you're going to make headway inside of your sub-niche. At the time that he wrote the book, there was no social media, and as a result, those individuals were going to be easier to find as he went to conferences or, looked for books, etc., that kind of thing. More off the internet things. However, because of that, you can expect that these individuals receive dozens of requests on a routine basis for meetings, phone calls, affiliate promotion, all kinds of things. That probably means if you approach them to do something for you, you may find that the success rate will be extremely low, except that they'll receive notices on social media as well as email. Expect that they'll have a gatekeeper to see to it that your communication is screened. That means you'll need to stand out in your first contact, not only in the way you reach out, but what you reach out for. That being said, it's fair to determine who would be on this Dream 100 list for you. So make a spreadsheet and start adding names, emails, phone numbers, addresses, because we'll tell you later why. They do represent the channels that influencers frequent. Think through these things before you think large on social media. Make yourself a list. Look for the influential journalists in your sub-niche. Look for the best-selling authors in your sub-niche. Look for the popular podcasts in your sub-niche. Look for the individuals making sales of their information products. Look for the individuals on content-based platforms. And look for the individuals that have substantial email and snail mail email lists. What you're doing is making a list of individuals that you want to target. Now that you have your Dream 100 on a spreadsheet, you need a connection strategy. When you make your initial content, you want to do something that others haven't done or aren't willing to do. Here are some examples. You could do a snail mail handwritten note, snail mail a copy of your book, snail mail a sample of your product, do a video introduction and send it by email, Vimeo, or record on YouTube and send the link. You'll probably still want to reach out to them using their social media, although you should already be interacting with their posts genuinely. So go and check out what they're doing every day and seeing how you can make comments on their social media. Make sure that you mention in your more personal retreat that you've done this, that you on their email, that you comment on their, enjoy their blog posts, and so you like to comment, that kind of thing, or have a discussion. Ask a question. This will make it easier for them to get in touch with you in response if you are clear on what you want. What can you do that would force them to take time out of their day to thank you personally? This comes back to understanding how you can serve them. As stated earlier, this may mean that you have purchased their products. It probably means that you've read their books. You're likely already following them on your favorite social media. You may be in their Facebook group or interacting with them on Twitter. You could invite them on your media platform, whether podcast, YouTube, or television, to talk about their business and be interviewed, because everybody needs to be interviewed about what they're doing. It's one way to get reach. By interacting or following them, you have a good idea of what's most important to them. You'll then have the inside track on how to serve them best. We'll go more in depth with how to network with your Dream 100 on the next episode of Build Your Massive Network. But for now, the assignment is develop a list of 100 people who have your customers. Create a spreadsheet with their name and contact information. Next to each name, write down the topics they like to talk about. Write down an idea of how to serve them in their business. Would it be pretty obvious for you to send a handwritten note? Do they have an email address? Do they have you don't want to do it by email. You want to do it to their address postal. Because, of course, everybody's getting unsolicited email these days, and they may not look at that. So it's best to get onto, say, LinkedIn and talk to them there. Reach out there. Don't sell them anything. Just give them some comments on what they're doing, that kind of thing. So you need to reach out. Connect and interact with a new Dream 100 influencer every day. Comment on their post, figure out a way to send them a handwritten note if they've talked about something really nice, or you want to have read their book and you want to review it. In 100 days, if you do this every day, you will have 100 connections. At the very least, you will be a follower of their blogs, their posts, and you will be connecting. If every day or if every week you have Joe Schmo commenting on your videos or commenting on your blog posts, after a while, they will, of course, know who Joe Schmo is. Because even though you think they aren't watching, they are. Everybody wants to have recognition. Everybody wants to have comments on their blog posts and thoughtful conversations. So just remember that you need to be out there and connecting with a new person every day, regardless of whether they're an influencer or they might be someone who could be a customer or they could be just someone that you're going to collaborate with. There are new ways to do that. There are social media. There's networks that once a month meet up and you introduce yourself, and people see if there's anyone there they can collaborate with. So, and of course, you have to pay for that kind of thing. So the things that I've been talking about are things that you can do for free on a regular basis to grow your audience. So these are some of the 15 principles. The first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are basically the business model for building your business. Then we have strategic marketing and creating a content factory, building a massive network. That's all about growing your business. And then, of course, being a media mogul gets you into expert status, plus growing your reach. And getting into production mode is also about growing your reach. And then building a learning center, creating an online community, affiliate army, and systems is always about building your assets. So, hey, I got a new way to talk about my Build Your Business 15 principles. I should put that at the top next time. So, join for free trainings. I have the 9 weeks on a page called, and this is the page at implement.club. You can catch up with watching those 9 weeks. The page was getting a bit too big, so I am going to be putting it into a free membership. And hopefully by next week, you'll be able to sign up and go in there, and every week be able to view the trainings without having to be here on a Saturday at 8 a.m. And that's also the same page, but in a shortened version. Link, jgtips.com/BYB free. And of course, you can join the Facebook group Implement Club at https://facebook.com/groups/Implement Club, where we can interact on a more personal basis. And what I should have done is put up my name. Well, there's my name, actually. There's a website that you can connect with me. And also I should have done my email. And then, of course, you can put me on your Dream 100. Because I will be talking next week about being a media mogul. And I will mention my television network, where I love to interview people, and you may be interested in being interviewed. And it isn't required that you have a large audience. There's no payment, etc. I just love talking to people. And, well, we'll talk about that more next week, about being a media mogul. Whatever you do, whether it's a podcast, whether it's television, or doing video on YouTube, you're always building your network. So let's leave that on for now.